Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB or Chris, and I'm excited today because we're giving you first impressions on a couple of cool things. One's going to be the carbon razor, which was sent to me by David Gonzalez, but I believe it came from Nate Dogg, from Nate Dogg and Melly Mel on Instagram. I'll link their Instagram below. The Nature Boy, a cool dude. I believe this is his razor. Anyway, I don't know anything about this razor. I did see David Gonzalez's, him using it, and I saw Melly Mel using it. But beyond that, I don't know anything about this razor. I don't know how much it costs. I presume this is Damascus. In fact, I know it is. But anyway, we're going to show you this razor from the perspective of someone who has not done any research. So, legitimate, organic reaction. That's what we're going to give you. Also, we're going to give you something new that you might not have seen yet if you're watching it right after it airs. This is a new soap by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement. This is Doppelganger. And this is, can you see the antlers there? Does that give you a tip? This is based on Irish Moose, the old classic, which is no longer sold. Sent years ago or months ago, I don't remember. I might have asked him a couple times over the years, why haven't you made Irish Moose? Well, this is Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, Douglas's and Fran's version of that. And as of this moment, it's probably not out, but he's probably releasing it today, which is Saturday. Really robust scent. On the scent scale, I would say this is 8 to 9. It's stout. Let's say 8. Very stout. I can't really remember what the original smells like, but it smells very nice. And this was sent to me by PAA. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this away. I'm probably going to send this to Doug Bear, the Barely Normal shaver, along with the aftershave, and I'll buy one of my own. I just wanted to let you guys know this. This is not going to stay with me. I'll give it away to another shaver and give them a chance to check it out as well. I was talking to Doug yesterday on the phone. I just thought, you know what? I'm going to send this to Doug after I test it out. So again, first run with the Doppelganger, and this one is based on Irish Moose. This is the CK6 formula. So we won't give you all the details of it. Just know it's coming and check it out if you would like. So let's talk a little bit about the razor. This is the carbon razor. Now, one of the things I want to say, I don't like long handles, but something about this handle does not feel cumbersome to me. I expected to hate the handle, to be honest. And now that I have it in my hand, it doesn't feel as cumbersome the way it's made for some reason. It's got terrific knurling on it. It's very handsome. This is Damascus, which is a very expensive type of steel to make. Let's give you a look at that base plate. So you can see, you're going to feel some of that because this is Damascus. There's many layers of steel that's folded over. And I don't know how well you can see the design there, or if you can see that Damascus. But that is pretty interesting. Now, I'm sure this razor is expensive because it's Damascus. I know knives that are Damascus are generally quite expensive. I don't know. It's probably not showing it well, but it's pretty handsome. Now, you can feel sort of the ridges and so on because of it being Damascus and pressed together. We're going to load it with a Gillette Nasset. And one of the things I like about this razor, it's got long posts in the bottom. That is a great design. And most razors today have that. The fit and finish on this is pretty good. Is it perfection? No, but it's Damascus. I don't imagine you can polish that to make it super fine. I don't know. I don't work with metal, but it is good. I'll tell you that. And it is a handsome razor. I was really surprised that I like the handle. And those posts come all the way down to the bottom, which I really like. This is the biggest surprise. I expected to hate this. And when I hold it, I don't, which I just wasn't expecting. Threading smooth, which is very nice. Slight bit of overhang there. I don't care about that whatsoever. Overall, handsome razor in appearance. It doesn't feel nearly as cumbersome as I expected. That is something. Now, the packaging, I don't like it. Presumably, this is a pretty expensive razor. I don't know how much. Again, I'm giving you this without having information deliberately because I just want to talk about the razor, not knowing a lot about it. It does come in this bag, which is kind of like, I don't know what material it is, sort of like burlap which is nice, but it's just a round tube. It's plastic. It's probably recyclable and eco-friendly and all that, but yeah, it's kind of janky, to be honest with the packaging. For something, I know this is going to be at least several $100s probably. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but no. I know that a lot of companies are going minimalist on packaging, but when you have a very nice item to set the user experience, it is necessary to put a nice package around it. This falls short, in my opinion. I don't care for that, but I must say, the razor itself, I'm pleasantly surprised because I expected to hate this handle, and I don't. And it is handsome. So let's get going here. Otherwise, we're going to have a video that never ends. And I make long enough videos as it is, but I did have to talk a little bit about the video. And we'll use this a couple times before we send it back to Nate. This is the PAA Cube, which is excellent stuff in my view. I used it for a head shave by itself, and you saw Paul H use it for a shave, and it worked very well. And so let's use it. Have it, might as well use it. This thing will last forever. $6.95. I think it's an excellent value. Let's get a little more moisture going here with our Glen Helly. I haven't mentioned, this is the Glen Helly Sea Mister. I haven't mentioned Glen for a while. Talked to him several times recently. But let's go going with our PAA Doppelganger Irish Mousse. The brush here is the Polish Shaving G4, which I need to put a little more moisture in because there's not much moisture in it. All right, there we go. We know that we're not going to have any quality issues with the Phoenix CK6, or quite frankly, the regular Phoenix shaving soap. It is good quality. There is no doubt about it. For my money, one of the best artisan formulas on the market. Again, arguably the best. Some people think it's the best. Not artisan, but vegan, I should say. But it's in its own right a very fine soap, I think. And we know that, you know, they're using the CK6 base. It's going to be good, you know. Definitely is a top vegan formula, and personally, I feel like it runs with most of the, you know, tallow soaps. I don't think it's inferior in any way. And again, we're not going to work this lather all day. We're going to get to it. And the most important thing today is to see how this soap performs. Smells great, by the way. Nice scent strength. At least 8 on my scale, which is very, very good. And from what I remember, it smells like Irish Mousse, but it's been like 6 years since I had it. Oh, that feels nice. I stupidly got rid of my Irish Mousse, so I can't compare it, so I apologize. That's smooth. The Nasset blade riding in there, very, very smooth. I am really shocked that I don't hate the handle, because 3 inches is my sweet spot. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm sure it's over 3 inches. I don't know if it's the balance of the razor or what, but it doesn't feel cumbersome to me. You know, I don't feel like I have an excessive amount of razor hanging off there. So that's unusual. Normally, I would replace that handle straight away with something shorter. I don't know if Carbon's making shorter handles, but this one feels surprisingly good. And the razor, it's quite smooth with this blade. Feels good. Again, this being Damascus steel, which is expensive to make because you're folding over steel in many, many layers. You can go check out videos on how Damascus is made. I know Damascus knives are generally quite expensive. It's pretty difficult, I imagine, to make a razor of this material. So, you know, that's kind of cool. It's the first one I've seen. It doesn't mean it's the only one that exists, but it's the first one I've seen. Razor shaving well. Really don't have anything to complain about thus far, but we'll do our passes and see how we feel at the end. But from the perspective of a first run, it's a smooth shaver. It is handsome. I'm surprised, you know, because I expected really to hate the handle. Because when I get razors with long handles, generally, I don't like it. You know, I'm usually like, I just replaced the handle, but this feels pretty good. Again, I don't think the fit and finish is perfection on this razor, but it is Damascus, and I'm not sure that you could hit, you know, like smooth every edge with Damascus. I don't know. You know, I don't make razors, so I'm just a hobbyist. But I must say, very nice first pass. And this soap is quite stout in fragrance on the face as well. So you're not going to have to worry about strength of scent on this soap, which is good. And I thank Douglas. Quite honestly, you know, what I would say about Douglas and Fran, of course, most of my interactions over the years have been with Douglas. He's, you know, one thing I'll say is he's never hard to get a hold of. Like, you can reach him, and he does take suggestion. He's made a number of soaps that I've asked for. And as we mentioned before, you know, yes, sometimes we've had rocky starts, both myself in life and on YouTube and in the hobby. And so has some of the artisans. But man, I must say, he's worked very hard to give back and to make amends. And I've tried to do the same, quite frankly. And I hope people appreciate that. So when I came back and started using PAA again, you know, I extended my hand and he took it, like I said in my other video. And that's all you can hope for. And since that time, I've been buying stuff. And man, I got a lot of catching up to do, honestly, because there's so many great scents from PAA that I loved. I bought a lot of them. So I will have an artisan spotlight coming up on PAA, and I've bought a shocking amount in the last few months. Anyway, let's keep it moving because we don't want this video to be long. Man, it's a nice razor. I'm surprised. Honestly, my feeling was that I was going to get this razor, and especially because the handle, not appreciate it. But that doesn't feel real heavy. Surprisingly, you know. And I think, I can't remember, David's video was several weeks ago, I want to say. So it's been a while. And I can't really remember what he said about it. I know Melly Mel loved the one he got. But I haven't really seen any other content. I might have seen Tim, Scented Soldier Shaves, use it. I don't recall, but one of the things I like is, since it is a long handle, it's got this spot right here in the middle. And so when I do this upward pass, that little spot helps, because that's, I don't hold it all the way to the bottom, but I will choke, typically I'm using it more at the top, but when I do this pass, I hold it more to the bottom, and so that is helpful. So I kind of dig that. Very nice. The Nasset feels quite good in it, by the way. Generally, I'd be using my left hand, but today I'm going to use my right just because I'm testing this razor and I don't want it to be awkward with my left hand, even though I'm going to try to do that more. Today we'll just use my right hand and just sort of try to, I tell you what, the soap, great residual slickness to be expected. Plus we have the cube, but you know, obviously the cube is not a necessity if you're using a good quality soap, but it will work in a soap in its own right. I think for me, mostly it boosts the lather. That's just my perspective. But at $6.95, I think it's a great deal. And I know Jill from She Shaves with Jill said she bought like 3 the other day. And they have different, like banana and different scents and so on and so forth. So it's pretty cool. Wow. This is a smooth shaver. Easy for you to say. Smooth shaver. Surprised. From the perspective of a first run, I'm quite surprised. And of course, you can see there's plenty of slickness in this soap. Wow. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I didn't expect to appreciate this razor, to be honest. I was a little bit meh, you know. When I saw it in David's video, I was like, meh. The only thing I really don't like about it is the packaging so far. So that would be the only, now I don't know what it costs. So I'm probably sure I would cry if I knew what it costs, especially this Damascus. But the reason I do this, like when I get something sent to me, if I don't know a ton about it, when I buy it, obviously I know what it costs. But if it's something that's sent to me, and this one, again, I don't know the person who runs Carbon razors. I wouldn't know them if they fell on me. I have no relationship with them whatsoever. Never spoke to them. Nothing. Zero. So I like doing it this way when something is sent, not having a ton of information, so I can just share what I'm feeling as I do it, rather than getting a bunch of preconceived notions in my head. That's important to me. Other people like to do a ton of research and give you every speck of the razor. And we'll talk more about it before we send it back to Nate and give you more of the, you know, shade geekery aspect of it. But for right now, I just want to use it. And I would say very pleasantly surprised. And I didn't expect to be. I thought, I've seen this razor a few times. And my feeling was, I felt like it was going to be I don't know what that spot there was, but I feel like it was just going to be another sort of premium, you know, razor that people like just because of the way it looks, but it's a good shaver. Need to stretch a little now. I'm used to stretching and it feels odd if I'm not stretching. Feels pretty efficient to me, like medium aggressive, I want to call it. Good slickness on this soap. Good scent too. Really like it. Good job, Douglas and Fran. I think a lot of people who are missing Irish Moose will like this scent. To me, what does Irish Moose smell like? Think of, this is my clumsy way of describing it. Think of Irish Spring powdery, sorta-ish. That's my clumsy way of trying it, and you may not agree. It's kind of what I think. It's definitely got a powdery quality to it. This version, at least. I don't remember what the original smells like exactly, but this one smells nice. Think sort of like Irish Spring green, but a little bit powdery too. So I hope that helps, but you know, it's a nice scent. I think people will enjoy it. Will it be for everyone? No, but no soap scent ever is. And you know, preference in scent is all over the board and highly subjective. So I'm sure some people go, oh, I don't like it at all. And then some people are going to go, it's the greatest soap I've ever smelled. So you decide for yourself. Do I like it? Yes. I think it's nice. I prefer Irish Springs, the scent of that. But I like this one too. But if I could only choose one, Irish Springs, just because it's, you know, like the bar soap, and we all know what that smells like. But this one is good. Plenty of residual slickness, as you see here. I haven't been on this side of my face for a while, and as you can see, no problems. So, how do we do? Wow. Smooth, effective, and efficient shaver. That's what I would call the carbon razor. Again, I really don't know anything about it other than I've seen that I think Nate and Mel like it, and I saw David Gonzalez's video. But from a perspective of first run, quite good. Okay, so we don't make the video 10 months long. Let's rinse, and we will come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, back with the Lancaster towel, which is fantastic. I'm sure more of these will, Andre, excuse me, will be making them. Awesome towel. Let's get our Thayers on so we don't waste any time. Hit the dome, gents. Don't forget. Nice. That was a nice shave. Really, really nice. I really enjoyed the soap. The Doppelganger. Again, see the antlers there. It's like Irish Moose. I'm going to send this to Doug Bear. Just feel like doing it. And it was kindly sent to me by PAA, so I'm going to send it on to another shaver, and we're going to follow up with that in a moment. But first, the Carbon. This is Damascus. Beautiful. Surprisingly effective, efficient, handsome razor. I did not expect to like this handle, but honestly, if I owned it, I wouldn't mind it. And I usually don't like long handles, so I was pleasantly, you know, surprised by this razor. Damascus, super cool, probably super expensive. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. Packaging, no, can't do it. That's almost gong-worthy packaging there. I'm not going to pull a gong out today, but Carbon. Anyway, we used a Polar G4 brush, which you can get on Amazon for like 24 or $5 something. And of course, we're going to finish off with the Doppelganger aftershave and cologne by PAA. I love these PAA aftershaves and colognes. Really, I love to buy them in a scent. And we're going to take that protective top off. And again, the way I apply it, I turn it over, hold my finger over, and just allow a little bit to drip out. And we shall slap it on. Nice. Oh, yeah. Old school Irish Moose type scent, inspired by. If you want it, it will probably be on sale today, the date of this video's release. So check it out. Doug and Fran, thanks for making it. I'm going to send this one to Doug Bear. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Until next time, it's your shave, do it your way, and God bless.